Oh, hi, Gracie. How are you doing? I'm just fiddling around with the Sisyphus. Selected a new pattern, and then I will soon start. Did you have a good start into the week? Wait, what am I doing? Messing around with the channel settings today and applied for affiliate. Wait, didn't you have affiliate for quite a while now? Wait. Oh, 64 followers. Oh, and a new channels image. Just hit 50 followers last week. Okay, yeah. Well, welcome to the Twitch streamer world now. I have not seen any money, but the good thing is I'm not really motivated by money here, so I'm not too worried about all that. Ferrari is on order. Just one? You're starting slow. Yeah, you have to get rid of all the money before your kids get any ideas. So I will just shut down some nodes, some documentation nodes, and then we can see how to get it up and running on your side. Are you able to do stuff currently on your PC? Ah, good. So I'll just simply write down the instructions here and then I will walk through it to see what happens. Uh, Oh god, this is worse than Windows. Okay. Um, if you have any questions, just ask them. I can maybe answer them already. No, the version doesn't make a difference. It must be a minimum of Python 3.8. But ideally 3.10 is a good choice, and you should also take the 64-bit version. I don't know if there's even a 32-bit version compiled anymore for Windows. Yeah, that is definitely okay. You could, in principle, also install it directly into your Python without creating this venv. But it's easier to uninstall and fix it if you create a venv first. Okay, and what? No, wait. Oh god, 10 steps already. This is more complicated than I would like it to be, but I'm pretty detailed here. Okay, so I wrote the instructions now. Should I walk you through it? And then if we have viewers working, I will record a small video how to do it. Okay, so you will have to, I mean, you could stream what you do, or you could simply talk, paste the errors that you see. But maybe we should simply take these steps here step by step and see what's happening on your side. So you already downloaded the Python and installed it. And the next step is to choose like an installation directory, doesn't matter where it is, and create this virtual env. So you will have to use the command line, but I hope that's not too bad. It depends upon how you installed the Python. So if you said, okay, put it in my path, it should be already in your path. And if not, you will have to add the path to the Python in the command. So what happens if you enter Python in your command line? Syntax error involves invalid syntax. If you just simply enter Python, like so, oh, did you type in a minus sign? So you should see something like what you see in my terminal on the bottom, because that looks more like you already added something after the Python. Or maybe we can do a Discord call and you can share your screen. I don't know if this is going to work while I'm streaming, but we might as well give me a try, because it would definitely be easier if I could see the error messages. Okay, so I will try giving you a call here. I don't know if the audio will work, but what could possibly go wrong? I will move this out of the way so that it is not... just let me see. So I have no idea what the audio will do now. No problem. I think we might already be connected with Discord. Oh, and I'm starting to hear an echo. I can hear you, yes, but I don't know if you will be appearing on the stream. But I can hear, I just heard you say something. It is very quiet, but I will simply turn down the music. So I heard you somehow in my headset. I don't know how you arrived there, if the Discord also is talking to the headset, but I did hear your voice. Oh yeah, now it's quite loud. Also in a good way, not too loud. No, don't turn it down. It's good. I don't know if your voice will be heard on the stream now, but I don't think that matters. Hmm? Good. That. um, if you share your screen, and I think I could easily talk you through it, and then I will pull your screen also so that the viewers can see it. So don't show anything confidential. I don't think we have many people watching here anyway, so it's not a big risk. Oh, it's the first time I'm talking to you live. That was funny. The first time I talked to somebody else that I only knew through Twitch, because it was always a one-sided conversation, one person talking and the other person typing. Oh, clickety click. Yeah, I also have a nice mechanical one here, but I like the sound. They know that is working, and they know what mood you're in. So if you hit the entity really hard, they know, okay, better let him cool down. Are you sharing your screen already? Yeah, no problem. This is this is good because I did want to make the spot as easy as possible to install. And I will charge you double because I know you're a manager and you can afford it. Ah, cool. Wait, I will pull you over so that it is visible here. And wait, what do I see here? Ah, you're already in the Python interpreter, so that's good. You can exit it by hitting Control Z. Did you hit? Oh, what is this? Oh, you're an idle. Oh, okay. So that's the IDE for Python. We don't need that. Whoops. The stream has ended. Ah, you shared the application. I understand. Ah, cool. So now you're inside the Python interpreter, but you need to exit it. So if we hit Control Z from there and enter, yep. Ah, okay. How did you start that window? Do you have a command CMD? Ah, okay. So now open a command line. So hit Windows button, type CMD and enter, so that you have a full command line window. Because otherwise we will only have a window inside of the interpreter. Ah, yeah, that's better. Ah, now we know your real name. It's so easy to dox oneself. You don't know. Okay, I'll continue to call you Greasy, and you hacked into poor Mark's as machine. So just create a directory somewhere there that you can use for the Smyrny bot. Just mkdir space and directory name. Okay, and then cd to that directory. Okay, and now we will create a virtual environment. A virtual environment is something that has a complete Python interpreter and everything in it. And with that, you can, if you delete this directory, everything will be uninstalled and you don't affect your system. So this can isolate a Python application from the rest of the system. That's why virtual env are pretty good, because they don't touch the whole operating system. And you can simply create it by typing Python -m. Space -m is an option. That tells it to and space venv. Exactly, and that just tells Python to load the model venv and execute it. And then if you hit enter, oh, Python was not found. Okay, so now we have to see where the Python is installed in your system. Do you remember when you installed the Python where it was located? Somewhere in C program files? Okay, and we need the path to that python.exe. It is somewhere, I think it might be in the scripts directory. No, you can just paste the complete path to the interpreter. Yep, that might be it. You can, if you do, I think space scripts.python.exe. So you need another slash probably. So if you check with the Explorer what is inside that directory, it is probably in the scripts directory. So that is the directory. Can you check with an Explorer to see what is in there? exactly. Ah, okay. Then just enter add. So just hit the up key to get the last command, and then add python.exe there. Okay. And now we got the interpreter. If you hit Control Z again, you should be able to exit it without closing the command window. Correct. And now we do the thing, just hit the up key again and type -mvenv. No, the complete path to the python.exe. One more. No, one more up. You need the complete path that you had before. Yeah, so the long command up there, so the whole C users mark app data local programs python.exe, and then you add the -mvenv to it. So I think if you hit the down button or the up button, you should be able to, yeah, exactly, take this one and then a space -m and a space venv, exactly. Okay, then just hit the add button. You need also the directory. If you just hit space and add a dot to tell it, okay, create the venv in the current directory. Yep. And now we have a virtual environment in the C users mark smernibot directory that we can use. And now if you do a dir, or you can also check with the Explorer, you can see that it created a scripts directory there. And now you can cd into the scripts directory, so cd scripts. Exactly, and in this directory you can call the activate bat file. This is not strictly necessary, but it makes it quite more comfortable. Exactly. And now you can see the prompt has changed. So before the prompt, it shows you that you have activated the smernibot virtual environment. So if you now call where python WHERE and then a space python. And now it shows you that you have it in your path. So this activate command added this directory to your path, and now we can simply install the smernibot into this virtual environment. So now if you just type python -m pip, and pip is the Python package manager, and you can tell it to space install the smernibot 9001, all in lowercase. And that should install the current version from the internet. It is still not bug free, but it will be easy to upgrade once I upload a new package, for example. 9001. It's over 9000, of course. Yeah, that should be all. It will now download a whole lot of dependencies and stuff. And at least you have a decent internet connection. And that should be it. So now if you do a dir in this directory, you can see that it installed 3 new commands. So the chatbot.exe, the overlay.exe, and this Smernibot 9001.exe. And if you call that Smernibot 9001 file with the -help option, no, the other way around. So Smernibot, it should give you an error if you just call it because you don't have a config file. And I think you need two dashes before the help. Oh, and look at this! I found the first bug. It told you try Smernibot -h for help, and that is not correct. Okay, so now we have the default config file is in C users mark Smernibot 9001 conf, and this is where we create the config file for it. There's a sample config file in this virtual env in the path that I've written here. So can you still see my stream? So if you go to this directory inside your virtual environment, you will find the sample.conf file. Oh, you can also use the Explorer, that doesn't matter. Just so that you can copy the sample.conf and copy it to the location that you saw on the command line. It showed you the default path for the config file. Oh, it's so in the virtual environment directory, if you go to lib site packages and lib site packages data. So this is this is the path where the sample conf file is located. And the VNFD should be in your home directory. I think you called it Smernibot. So copy that to the default location that you saw on the on the help line. It's C users mark Smernibot 9001.conf. And in that config file, you can set most of the settings. You can also set them on the command line. but the width and the height and the token and the channel are probably the only ones you want to set at first. Mhm. So now we'll go back to the command line. Let's start up the script. So just call Smurlybot 9001, and we will see errors, but it will at least show you if it already found the command line. So just hit enter now. Yeah, so we see we don't have an access token. So the first thing you should do is in that config file, you will find a channel name and you should set that to your Twitch username. I think it's simply GreasyFro. And then you need to create an access token. So do you have a separate user, a Twitch user, who can log into the chat? So do you have two users on Twitch? Because it's usually a good thing to have two Twitch accounts, one for you and one for your bots. So that if somebody hacks your bots, he doesn't gain access to your Twitch account. So what I usually do is just create a new Twitch account using the plus email or something, or a different email that I have. But we could also use well, it's a bit of a security risk if you use your own user. And it will also so the user that will be logged into the chat will be the one that also answers the requests. So if you ever plan to set up other alerts and stuff like that, it would probably be best to have a different user anyway. Mm-hmm. So, but note that this username will appear in the chat, so that will be the name that people will see answering. So you can, I don't know, call it GreasyBot or something, whatever you choose, but it will be a visible name in the chat. But the overlay already seems to be running on your computer, so that's good. And once you created that account, make sure you are logged in with that account in your browser, and then we can create a token for that account. So are you logged in already with that account? So now you can go to that URL that is also that is shown in the config file to generate the token. Just be careful not to share that token if you ever stream or something, because that is more or less an access token for that new account you created. But you can always revoke the token, so it's not a permanent security risk if you would ever disclose it accidentally. Yeah, that is definitely okay. So you probably only need to set the channel and the token. Depending upon how in what resolution you stream, you should also probably adjust the width and the height. I set the default resolution to 1080p, but I don't know what the resolution do you stream at? Okay, yeah. I think most people who do Lego stream at that resolution because we don't have a lot of movement in our streams. And it's probably better to save the other tokens too. I think the token is valid for a year or so. I mean, you could always create a new one or simply renew the current token with that other token. Yeah, it's better to copy them somewhere. You could also copy them into the config file. They will just be ignored. But also don't of course expose those also. I wonder if your voice is gonna show up on the stream later on or not, or if it's only heard in my head. Yeah, of course, but I don't know how your how the Discord is routed. Yeah, that is probably best. Okay, so let me know if you're ready or mhm. Then you can go back to the command line and hit Control C to stop the whole thing. Because the web server is still running. I just hit it a couple times. Okay, and now you can start it again, and hopefully it will be able to log in. Let's see what happens. Okay, so what do we have here? So the question is, how did you enter the channel name? Did you add a hash mark in front of it or not? Okay. Okay. Wait, let me check. It should be double quotes, but something string compile. Yeah, exactly. That's why the thing is, why doesn't it expect a string or bytes like object? Hmm. The problem is I would need to see the config file now, but I cannot see it with with the uh, the token inside of it. Oh wait, I don't have to show your screen. Wait, you can show me the config file, but I'll have to move you off screen. Just a second. Okay, so now you can show me your config file. And nobody on the internet will be any because I'm not showing your screen anymore. And let's hope that Notepad didn't do anything stupid, because maybe it was not the best program to edit it. Yeah. I was sure that the current Notepad is not bad anymore, but you never know. Because expected string, so so it's still commented out. You need to remove the comment sign. Exactly. And now I have your token. I just have to type it, but I will not. Hmm? Hmm? I can only. This is the good thing that it's. Oh, and you need to put the channel name for your channel, not the. So it's going to log into your. So you need to enter Greasy Fro there as a channel name. Yep. So the bot will log into your channel, and he will also be visible as a viewer then. Hmm? And if you use him, if you use this account for later on for some moderation, also you can also give it then moderation access. But for now, it will only need to log into the chat. So now let's see if you start up. You need to, probably need to hit Control C again because the web server is still running. Mm-hmm. Ha, you're logged in. Cool. So now you see the bot. You can see it in your chat. So the first thing you should probably do is open your browser and go to that URL there. That is there started there. So you can check it locally if it works. I think you need to hit enter to copy it. Okay. Let's see if any error message was visible. What do we have here? Okay. Oh, okay, so it doesn't know any width and any height. That's interesting. So let's just give it a width and a height on the command line. Maybe this is already a bug. So just hit Control C again. And let's give it a width and a height on the command line. So just say -W. Did you? It doesn't matter. Just or you can set it in the config file. Let's just give it on the command line first. So width 1920, I think. I have a space between that. And -H 1080. Okay, let's try that again. And just try to hit reload on the browser window. Good. Okay, so so now the overlay is working, and maybe I don't know if in the config file the width and the height was not set up, but I have to ensure that I have better default values. So at least two bugs already encountered, so that is good. And now you can we can try to see what happens if you add a set command in your chat. Okay, so maybe I should simply comment something in there in the sample conf. So how can I go to your chat now? I'm in your chat also. But I don't see your bot. Where is it logged into? That's funny. Where is your bot? He says that he's logged in, but I don't see him. I don't know. The thing is, maybe let's see if he's logged into his own channel. But he should be logged into your channel. Easy Throwbot, is that the name? Yep. Greasy Throwbot. Oh, I tried to go to Greasy Throwbot. Okay, so here he is. Oh, I'm his first follower. Your bot has a follower now. No, where is he? He's not logged in. That's funny. So when you created a token, did you click on the left button to give it access to the chat, or did you click on the right button? Because I don't see him as chat user. So when you visited that token generation page, there were two big buttons, one for chat on the left and one for other stuff on the right. Okay, because I don't see him in the chat. He says he's logged in somewhere, but I have no idea where he is logged in. Ah, now he's logged in. Ah, it took some time. That's interesting. Now let's try this again. But he doesn't answer. Can you go to your own chat and answer, type something in there like that? I can also try out. The bot is ignoring me. Why is he doing that? Ah, maybe he has. Oh, maybe he has to. Oh, yeah. I don't know if those chat rules are helpful. Maybe he doesn't. He doesn't click. I don't know. Yeah, I think he might be stuck on your chat rules. This could be a possibility. Yeah. So just to make sure. So I don't have any of those chat rules. So that could be a difference. That he's not allowed to interact with the chat until he confirmed that. I'm too much of an anarchist to give rules for the chat, and I never read them anyway. But that could make the difference. I don't know yet, because he simply seems to ignore me, and that could be because he still hasn't clicked on the OK. But I wouldn't even know how to. I have to Google this if there's a possibility to bypass this chat rules. Twitch. And the difference could also be my bot is a moderator in my channel. And maybe you also have to give him moderation rule access. It could be either one of those things. Okay, that could also be why he's not allowed to sue. You could give him moderator access, and I think that would fix it. It's in wait, let me. If it's in your, I think it's in your community tab. So on the left you have Stream Manager, Insights, role Community tab, and there's a Roles Manager. And if you give the Greasy Robot moderator access, I think you should at least be able to bypass the chat rules thingamajig. And hopefully he will also be allowed to chat without any other rules. And then I think we should try to log him out again. So simply hit Control C in the window. And start it again. Sometimes these permission, I don't know if this is the case, are only applied on login. So let's see now what happens. No, he's still not talking to me. You could try. One thing you could do is you could log in as the bot on a web browser, and then go to your channel and see if you're allowed to chat or not. Not here, Rick. What is a not here, Rick? Not here right now. Oh, but he did see something. This is cool. Wait, look at this. I see in the log that the bot at least read the command. Do you see the three buttons, the three things on the bottom? So he was at least able to read it. So if you go to your browser window now again, did it display for a while the web page? I will issue another command. So go to that tab again where you opened the overlay. You can hit reload on it. Sometimes it's necessary once you start to reload it. Oh, and one thing you should also not do is don't click into that window. Because on Windows, if you click into the command line window, it will suspend the processes in there. That is one of the worst features on Windows. So I think you have to hit escape or something, because it didn't lock the other okay. No, okay. Okay. So don't try not to click into it, and because that will stop the processes. This is Windows is simply stupid. Okay. So it did show it. Okay, so it was the suspension of the window. So try not to click into it when you switch it, because or I mean we could also disable that for this window on the upper left. That is one of the worst feature in the Windows console. That it will, if you go to properties, further down, one down, properties. No, you were in the right place. So open up that menu again. You were at just now. So if you hit the button on the upper left of the command window. Are you still there? You were already in the right menu, in the menu of the command window. Ah, you don't hear me? Uh, so my audio is still the same. I hear my microphone, but I don't hear you either. Oh, now I can hear you. Can you hear me also? Okay. So we were about, I don't know, we were about to change the command window so it doesn't hang up anymore if you click into it. That is a stupid feature of Microsoft. They say, okay, if you click into it to mark something, we will suspend the process running in there, and that is a really painful thing. I've seen many people get stuck in this because they have a running program in a command line, and then they click into it accidentally, and then their program is suspended. But we can change that in your CMD window. You were at the right location on the upper left menu. Properties. I don't see it anymore, so if you can share it again. Because everything was more or less working, but the whole thing was so... I don't see it. There's an option. I don't see the menu. No, wait, but I can probably check here just a second. So properties. There's a quick edit mode, and you need to disable that. The thing is, it will be enabled the next time you start another one, but it will not be enabled anymore for that window. So the programs cannot be stopped anymore. And now we can. I think I also know what's happening with the bot. So he's not allowed to answer. He's only allowed to read the chat, and he's not allowed to talk in the chat yet. So that's why we don't see the answer. But he did react to our commands. So that's why I don't see the reaction. But if I can type in a set. But I don't know, it depends upon your chat settings, who's allowed to chat, but he's obviously not allowed to chat currently. That's something else now. It doesn't seem to be reacting currently again. It looks like it's stuck again. Can you hit Control C in there? Because I see the white thing marking the 2. So if you hit Escape or something. Okay, yeah. So it was still blocking. So don't try to click inside of it. Somehow it didn't catch. Oh, now it was allowed to write something. Cool. Now it also answered us. Yeah, so that it is. It depends upon your chat settings. Yeah, but now he can also talk. And now we should set up something in your OBS. No scripts. I can show you. Wait, can you still see my screen? So go down to sources, down here. And do an add source. browser. Then you can create a new one and give it a name. Smyrnibot. And then you have to enter the URL, and you take the exact same URL that you gave to the browser. So HTTP, exactly. And what is also important is that you check the box control audio via OBS, so that you can also lower the sound if it's too loud for you. That will be able to allow you to control the audio then later on. And then you should see a new overlay. No, you can probably see it locally. So if you just now enter another set command, I'll add one for you. You should also see it in the OBS. Do you see it? Oh, you might need to set the width and the height to the correct width. So if you go to the properties of the browser source, but now you can change the size. So that I would set it to yeah. So there's two ways to set the size. So one, you can set the browser source. So wait, in the property field. Wait, I have to show you again. So here in this field, you can set the size of the properties of the web page. That you should set to the complete size. So in this properties dialog, you should set it to the 1080p. Okay. So now one thing we have, so you could probably simply write a batch file to start this with a double click. And this stupid clicking in the command window, this is such a horrible. It's the quick edit mode that paused it. The thing is, why did it still pause? So now if you click into it, try to click something or to mark something. Ah, good. So that is good. Because then now it should not pause anymore. That's this quick edit mode in Windows. And now I will show something else. Let's see. Let's see, fig MK001. Ah, it worked. You can and it always logs what it does. So it shows it's these scat things when it talks to the overlay. And if you well, it doesn't allow you to click on that because that terminal is I use a different terminal emulator because for exactly those reasons. Because that's a default terminal emulator in Windows, and it has this horrible behavior that it suspends its processes when you click into it. No, I use one that is called what is the name of this one? Wait. Oh, it's called ConMU. I typed it into our Discord chat, and that it also has a tabbed interface and is a lot more comfortable. So it also allows you to click on URLs and stuff like that, and it doesn't have the problem with the suspended processes in the command window. And what you will have to do now is before you start your stream, or you can also do more or less do it during the stream, is simply start up the bot command, and then it should you can see if it's logged into your chat. It should work directly, but you will need this browser source in your OBS to display it. And also another thing that is maybe easy, so if you start it all with the -D option, you will enter a debug mode. So just add a -D at the end, or yeah, doesn't matter. And you will see a lot more output. And now if you visit the web page with the browser, you will see that it has a red background and two input fields. And if you input a number there, you can manually test if the overlay is working correctly or not. So in a non-debug mode, all these those user interface elements are simply hidden, and you can. But in the debug mode, you can try out what's happening. So if something is wrong with the chatbot or the overlay, you can start the debug mode and see if the overlay is still correct or not. And did you also hear the sound? Oh, good. And one thing, the update is also very easy. So if I make a new release, you will probably only have to go back to the venv directory and say and say pip install -- upgrade the Smyrnibot. So the upgrade to a newer version is simply one command in your virtual environment. That should not be a big problem because you're simply using a browser source and not an OBS plugin. So I think the OBS is really should not be a problem as long as you have these browser sources, because it is more or less simply embedding a browser image into the stream. And the configuration on the OBS side is quite simple. It's simply the URL, the width and the height, and the audio setting. And we can try to the upgrade mechanism. So if you hit Control C there to shut it down, genau, and then if you say Python -m pip, and now if you would say install -- upgrade Smyrnibot 9001, it would if there would be an upgrade available, it would simply install the new version. No, you have to say the whole command line. So Python -m pip. And then install -- upgrade. And then the name Smyrnibot 9001. Such a cool name. It's a bit short, but and then it will with this command it would install an upgrade. But since I have not uploaded an upgraded version, it will stay at the current version. But that is the way you will get new features or bug fixes or stuff like that. For example, the bug that the width and the height wasn't set, I will probably fix that already tonight. Oh no, it's already quite late. But yeah, exactly. So I will probably add it. I will probably comment it in the sample.conf. And I wanted the error message to be a bit more gracious. You know always how it is, so you only handle the errors that you have seen already correctly. And since I haven't seen that error, it didn't crash. It didn't crash graciously. But that is the normal state. Are you also developing software in your company? Yeah, then they probably know the way that the bugs are only fixed once they have been seen once. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that is more or less normal. I mean, you try to anticipate all the bugs, but for example, I never tested it here on my side without setting a width and a height. So I didn't even realize that the program wouldn't handle it, even though I wrote it myself. And that's why testing is important. Yeah, just try it out and let it run for a while. And the thing with the command thing is always a bit. So I've seen it quite a lot because that is a really unexpected behavior. You simply click into the window to activate it, and all of a sudden the programs inside of it don't work anymore. This is one of those Windows things that nobody knows why they implemented it, and that. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can also set that in a config file. It's is it also already in a sample file? There should be parameter default timeout, default duration. Yeah, you can up that, and the maximum duration is not configurable, but I didn't want it to make it exploitable, so the maximum duration is a minute. because otherwise some asshole would arrive and say, okay, let's show this thing for an hour or so. And I will also implement a hide command at some time. I still haven't. I will do that later on so that you can manually unshow it. But I will probably do that once I want to use it once or twice. But currently, if it goes away after a while, but that will be something that I will do. That is not as easy to implement. I could so if currently if somebody issues a set another command, it will override the other one. It would in theory be possible to create a queue or something like that. I don't know. I mean, if you have 10 million people in your chat and everybody issues a set command, you will probably have to do something else anyway. So this is, I think, bots like that are more or less only usable if you have a low volume chat, like big people who have 1K viewers or so. I think they could never use something like this because it would always be showing. But hmm? Now, if your channel is big enough that you can say, okay, no, I've always have a set on, then you just have to buy me the Ferrari, and then I will implement the queue so that we can slow it down. But currently, when we have like these 10 to 20 people in our chats, it's I don't know if it's yet necessary, but it could be implemented quite easily. But I need a use case before I implement it. Yeah. I hope we don't need it, but then I think I would simply time out that person or simply ban it for a while. But I could implement something like, okay, this person is not allowed to issue any commands anymore. We'll find out. I'll just wait to see if somebody misuses it, and if it becomes too burdensome, I would implement it. I don't like implementing code that is not used, so I will have to wait until it does become a problem. But I hope that we will be able to do without for a while at least. Oh, are you streaming also? Mm, yeah. No, I mean this is a fun stream too. I've never done this something like this live. I'm really looking forward. I hope your voice appears on the board, but I don't know if my sound setup routed you through to the OBS or not. I will have to see it later on. Who cares? Yep. hmm I'll try to drop by and spam the set commands to see if it's working. And if something, hmm? Yeah, and you can test what happens if you ban me. And I have not put any backdoors in there. Oh yeah, I also have the default commands still activated. So if you do something like greasy, it will shout out you and Lego Legend, but I don't see you have any shout out yet activated anyway. But those are Easter egg commands yet. I have not taken them out. I will probably have to take them out once more people are using it. But for now, these people are hard coded into the chatbot. Cool. I think I will go to bed. Mhm. Yeah, so I did try to make it as easy as possible to set up, but then I realized maybe it's not as easy as I wanted it to be. But yeah, I will definitely. Hmm? Yeah, that would because I also made some notes here, and maybe I will simply record a video sometime how to set it up in this. But I think once it's up and running, it's and the hiccup with the hanging command window that took me a while to figure out because I didn't see that you accident. Well, it was not an accident. It's totally legit to click into a window. But this behavior is really stupid. That window. So that's why we got stuck for a few minutes. But doesn't matter. In the end, we got it to work. Oh yeah, that's also I did. So my bot account, he had already been running for a while, and I already had him as moderator. So I didn't see this at all that he wasn't allowed to chat. But that is of course something that you have to remember. Hmm? Okay, yeah, I will forward them to you. So I'm used to be third level support anyway, but I'm still able to do first level support. But I do like having having some people in front of me. So I declare you my first level support now. Exactly. Okay, so just let me know if something is bugging or somehow, and I will definitely have some updates ready in a while to get some more features and bug fixes in. Hmm. Yeah, yeah, and it should be able to run for quite a while. So I've tested it. So there are no memory leaks that I know of. So it should be able to run 24/7, depending upon how you use your computer. But you don't have to shut it down every now and then. Yeah, yeah. I don't think we're allowed to call it monkey testing anymore. But this is not the worst thing. So just give your program random inputs. Usually shows some bugs because you always only anticipate a set number of inputs in a certain order. So it's not the worst thing to do this type of testing. Just let him go, let him yeah let him go wild on your computer, not on mine. Okay, no problem at all. And I'll see you around here or there. Yep, bye bye. So the screen is still running, I guess, here. But I will also. Oh, it's a zero. I didn't see you there. I don't know how long you've been here. I just talked Greasy Fro through setting up the bot. And it did work in the end. I wrote a bit of documentation. Where do I have it? But I guess it's not as easy as I hoped it would be to set it up. You do need at least a bit of command line handling. But works quite well. But I didn't get around to doing any coding. And now I should probably not share my OBS anymore, even though I don't see any security stuff here. Oh yeah, sure, I will do that. I just need to know your account name, or I don't know how the, wait, let me see. I don't want to do this on this window. Up. I'll do this here until I arrive. Wait. Ba-dip-ba-dip. Oh no, did I already forget my password? Is this the right one with collaborators? So I have no really. And I guess I can then give you access rights once you've answered the invite. I guess you have gotten an email now. Who? And you subscribed? Or did you what why do you have a yellow frog? This is the golden subscriber frog. The VR gamer, he gifted some subs on the last stream when I was doing the no chip challenge. But you only get access to an animated emote. I don't really have any perks for subscribers. So do you have access to your emails? Ah, okay, no problem. Okay, let me see. Ah, now you're a collaborator. And now what can I do with you? Remove access? I don't want to do that. So I don't really know what it means to be a collaborator, but I guess you can now also write stuff. So I can show you. I will just push it. I simply added a bit of documentation to the README MD. But I don't know if it was self-explanatory enough. So it should be visible now on the project. I simply wrote something here, but I don't really have any, not really any preference, to be honest. For me, it's always a pain to write documentation, and I never know the level of expertise I need to think about. So I guess most people would not be able to use this documentation to really get it up and running. And I will probably also do a little bit of, I need to have some more functionality. So for example, creating a default configuration file, I will probably add a simple option to write that one. Yeah, definitely. And for me, it's always a bit hard to know the level of granularity that you need to write stuff. So, for example, this download and install Python is also something that could go wrong if people accidentally do stuff in incorrect way. So I simply hope that they would install it in more or less the default way. But I don't know. We will see. Oh, but one thing might be good. Maybe you could try to get it up and running and see if how Phoenix can use it. Yeah, I think that would be it should well, yeah, that is of course something I don't even think about getting anything else but Python 3. But yeah, I don't know if what happens if you click on this link here. I hope that it would not be as easy to get Python 2 anyway. Ah, it's still downloadable, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, it will not work with Python 2 at all. So I think pip won't even install it because I've already set it to Python 3 only. So it should ideally not even be installable under Python 2. Yeah, same here. So I also have a number of Pythons always also installed. And do you know this PyLauncher? This is one that we are starting using. So this is for Windows. It can be a really handy tool, so that you can see the installed Pythons, and yet you can switch between them. But this is only necessary for Windows. Under Linux, it's of course much more simple. But for Windows, this PyLauncher can be quite good. Oh wait, this is not what I wanted to show. It is installed by default if you install a newer version of Python. You can also disable it, but I think it's enabled by default. And that also it installs directly into the Windows directory. So it installs directly to C Windows PyXE, and it should be available. The one thing it is that I don't like, it doesn't handle virtual environments automatically, so you cannot register virtual environments here. But we also started to use the user option to pip a bit more under Windows. And one thing that I also did, I told people to install virtual environments here, and maybe under Windows it's more common to simply install stuff into your Python installation. I'm somebody who always uses virtual environments, so I don't know if that is going to be absolutely necessary for everybody. Yeah, I fully agree. But under Windows, I've seen many people who simply install it into their system. For me, that is always a no-no. But I don't know how difficult it will be to set up a virtual environment. Yeah, it's already there. Where do I have it? That was surprisingly simple. I will probably just have to update it to a new version, but I didn't do any proper changes yet. So you can simply install it with pip install Smurlybot 9001. And I will probably soon start on another project to create a unified Lego database of parts and sets that takes the information from Brickset and Bricklink and different programs. VR Gamer, I don't know if you know him. He was also here sometimes. But now I think I have to go to bed. It's really getting late here. But I will certainly do some more streams. So are you possibly going to install this for Phoenix? Yeah, so she can probably show you the setup that we made together for the old bot, because she already has at least a Python installed. And then we created a batch file to get the old bot up and running. But the configuration on the OBS side is a bit different, but I think she will know at least how to add the browser stores and stuff like that. I think she knows more than me about OBS at least. Yeah, I also don't think it should be too hard, and I have encountered one bug that if you don't specify a width and a height in the config file or on the command line, it will not start up properly. But that will be fixed at some time. And if you see any bugs or anything that you want to fix, you can of course push it already directly into the repository. I think you have as a collaborator full access to the repository. I don't know if how the access rights work on GitHub, but if you need more access, I didn't see any options yet. Yeah, I think that is. I would be willing to hand out more access rights, but I didn't see anything else. But this collaborators, there must be some finer granularity. But as long as it's the two of us, I don't see any big problems. Oh, I don't have any. I don't have any real preference there. We use Sphinx in our company for documenting the code, but I don't mind at all. I didn't even think about documenting the source code, to be honest, because it's for me usually much easier to read to simply read it than to have specific documentation. But so do what you think is best. Yeah, there's also probably some actions that you can do on GitHub to auto-generate documentation, but I haven't looked too closely into the CI system that is available. I did add some automatic PyLint upon push, but that is more or less just for playing around. I will probably deactivate it again. Yeah, what I've started to use more is the type annotations. So I usually use that only when PyCharm is not really able to deduce the type of something. So PyCharm is quite good in that also. I don't know if I have any examples of my type annotations here. So I don't know what the Doxigen style. Yeah, this is also the style. This is a very similar style to the one that is also readable by Sphinx. And I think PyCharm is also able to auto-generate some of this. Wait, let me see. Uh, yeah, that is the exact style that we also use. So I think this is become some kind of standard. I think the character for delimiting this is variable. So they are using this here. Yeah, but this is the same style that we also use. So we take the doc string here. The doc string has to be delimited with the three um, quotation marks. Oh god, decode C# binary datetime. Oh god, you poor guy. I hate the programming low level stuff like this. But if that is your thing, that is cool. Yeah, this is the power of Python, that you can directly dive into binary objects. Yeah, I rarely have to go low level like that today. Yeah, I mean, the only thing that I would be worried about C# is that I still don't like the Linux support. So in this regard, I would prefer Java much to C# much, even though it is a bit more modern. And I don't know the current state of Mono on Linux, so I wouldn't even know. But I mean, you rarely get to choose your programming language anyway, so it's usually a mute discussion. But I do like the way that you can more or less easily dive into C-type structures from within Python. So I don't know if I can show you this. No, I don't really want to show you code now from our company while I'm streaming. Yeah, but that is, as far as I know, this is only the non-GUI stuff. And I think you need something like Mono if you want to write some GUI stuff, and I wouldn't really trust the implementation very far. Yeah, because we use this mostly under Windows for executing system calls to get at the kernel DLL functions. And for operating system independent GUI code, I still prefer Qt, to be honest. And PyQt or PySide is in a really good shape, so you can really easily also write GUI interfaces with Python. And are not dependent. And I mean, Java GUIs are horrible. I still don't like those at all. But then again, I don't have to write GUI code today, so it doesn't really matter much. Yeah, a little heavy. Yeah, I mean compared to non-GUIs, everything that has a user interface is heavy. But I did like this Remi library with which I implemented this overlay. That was really quite nice because I don't like writing HTML. Yeah, this is also cool that you can specify these without comments in Python 3. So you can annotate the interface of a method or function directly, and also put the return code. So I guess this code must have also been was also necessary to run under Python 2, I guess. Because yeah, I mean it looks like because this type of type annotation was more common under Python 2 that you had to put it into a comment. But in Python 3 you can more or less put it directly into the code. I mean, it's not going to be interpreted anyway, except if you look for it. But for example, these type annotations here, they can be directly used. And here I have a type annotation, but I only use them rarely because I don't think it increases readability too much. And in some cases, you still want to be flexible to put any type in it. I have to go to bed now. I'm really getting tired, but it was really nice talking to you again, and I hope to see you around. And please say hi to Phoenix for me, and let me know if anything goes wrong when trying to get this up and running. And of course, feel free to fix any bugs or do anything with the code. Yeah. Do we have contact on Discord? Wait, I didn't. Whoop. No, that's Zoom. Ah, yeah, okay. Then we can find ourselves also there. Okay, I'll simply stop the stream now. I'm not really in the mood for any raid. So thanks for dropping in, and I hope to see you around. Have a great. Oh, it's still daytime in your place. 7 hours. So it must be 7 p.m. or something. Yeah. Okay. Then see you around, and bye bye.